Hi, Leos. We're just going to go really, really intuitive and just kind of see what's coming out, what's going on with your cards. I hope you guys are having a really good March. Thank you for being really patient with me on getting this out. Betsy needed a vacation. Betsy needed a vacation. If you're dealing with an air sign, I kind of feel like this air sign is really attached to your stability in some way. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, this does not look like a bad reading at all. I feel like maybe one of the reasons why it was easier for me to do your reading a little bit later on is like this Mercury retrograde has been pretty tough. And excuse me, I got to scoot up because I'm really short. And I know it doesn't look like I was far away from the table, but my arms are really short. So it was super uncomfortable. I think this Mercury retrograde is allowing you guys to kind of take a step back and look at things. So we have the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Now, it doesn't have to be an air sign. It could be somebody that has a lot of air in their chart. They're just a very logical person. But they're very much, wow, I'm shedding so much. They're very much attached to your future and your long-term plans and the stability with it. Not in a bad way, like in a very good, I feel like they kind of want to make an offer. You could also be dealing with a water sign. But this is leading you to victory. It's almost as if this person is kind of like, dare I say, helping you to rise above situations even, or allowing you to see things from a better perspective. I don't know. It seems, yeah, it seems very harmonious, which I like. And I think that there might be a little bit of fear around how happy or how good things are going right now for you, Four of Wands. Because I feel like you might, like having the Seven of Wands here isn't necessarily a bad thing because you need to have healthy boundaries. You need to allow yourself to have healthy boundaries. But I don't want you to like block out the good stuff. I don't want you to be like, because Leos can be really super optimistic just anyways. I know most of the Leos in my life are usually the optimistic friends that I have that kind of like push me along, and any kind of really heavy Leo placements are really awesome. Especially Leo Moon and Leo Mars. Like I love those placements because they're just so optimistic. And Leo Suns too, of course. Thank you very much. But I don't want you guys to get to the it's too good to be true kind of attitude and start blocking out the good stuff. Healthy boundaries, yes, 100%. Healthy boundaries. But this looks really good. And if it's not with an air sign, it's with somebody who's really super logical and kind of maybe has some tunnel vision, but they know what they want. They're very secure about what they want. And it's leading you to a really safe place. So let's clarify these and see where we're going with it. Let's see who this King of Swords is for you. Yeah. Okay. So if this is the person in question that is attached to your long-term future in some way, shape, or form, I have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. This feels like a very push-pull energy. It's almost like they come rushing in and then they slow down. And then they come rushing in and then they slow down. If they're really going back and forth right now, remember that Mercury retrograde is happening through all of March. And Mercury will be in Pisces until the end of April. So people aren't really being very logical right now. And through this very illogical time, getting really super emotional in things is going to, trying to figure out the logic during a really super emotional time will only confuse you even more. That's what I was trying to say. And if you can tell, my speech is a little off just because it is Mercury retrograde. I'm a Virgo. That's what happens when Mercury, and it's like my intuition has been really, really high right now, which is what's supposed to be happening. But my speech, I have to slow it down. I have to really think about what I'm about to say, stuff like that. So you may be finding that that's what's happening with this person. It's like they really want to rush in and get things done. We have 3 knights here too. So a lot of communication, a lot of messages want to happen. I feel like it's a stop go type of feeling. And part of you really just wants to get to this 10 of Pentacles. Like you just want to really rush in and get there, but you know that you have to take the much needed steps forward. Maybe you're taking on the King of Swords mentality where you know you have to be logical about it. This is what you're manifesting though. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo, but with the Magician, I feel like you're the one that's making your future happen. And right now is a really good time to plan for this. A lot of people talk about not signing documents or starting new projects or starting new things during Mercury retrograde. I always say don't stop your life. If there is something that's going to help your growth in a positive way move forward, like somebody asked me about signing documents for divorce papers during Mercury retrograde, and I was like, no, man, don't wait on things like that. Like you can sign the divorce papers. Make sure that you read all of the small print. Make sure that you look it over 6 and 7 times before you sign it during Mercury retrograde, because that's where it's going to slip through the cracks. The details will slip through the cracks. It's not, and that's the only reason why people say don't sign documents during Mercury retrograde, because if you don't read all of the little details like Mercury wants you to, and Pisces is saying, how do you really feel about this? But if you're not looking at all the details, something could come back and bite you in the ass. So no, you don't have to stop yourself from signing documents or starting new projects or manifesting your future. Now is a really great time to manifest things because your intuition is heightened. Mercury in Pisces, I don't care if it's in retrograde or not. It is a very intuitive time. It is not the time to pay attention to your logic. I mean, it's always the time to pay attention to your logic, but your intuition is going to be so much stronger during this time. I highly recommend manifestation, being optimistic, and allowing yourself to be optimistic too, because it's not, yes, it's a little bit heavier of energy. I know that I'm very tired these days, but getting extra rest is always a good thing. Always a good thing. 6 of Cups on the Knight of Cups. So if this is an offer from an air sign, could even be a really slow ass Virgo that you're dealing with, or somebody who's just super logical normally and is not super logical, but you're wanting to manifest a future with. It's a very strong connection. This is such a good read, Leo. It's such a good read. And I'm curious. I can't wait to get down here to the 7 of Wands because I want to find out what you're blocking. Like, why are you blocking things? Is it a self-sabotage? We all do it. We all do the self-sabotage every now and then. It's not a favorable thing to do, but it doesn't have to be horrible either, right? Okay, so more Virgo energy. All right. So on the 6 of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Now, if this is not you feeling left out, somebody has a lack mentality here, whether it's you or the earth sign. But the cards are saying that that's not really necessary. The lack mentality is actually the illusion. The 6 of Wands is saying you've already won. And the 5 of Pentacles is a lack mentality. If this Queen of Pentacles is the one that's feeling like there's that lack mentality there in some way, shape, or form, feeling like they're left out in some way, they're rising above the situation and moving on. If this is you feeling like you've been left out from an earth sign, you're rising above and moving on. If neither one of those are actually fitting in the picture, This Five of Pentacles is an illusion. It's an untruth. It's something that we tell ourselves when we feel like we don't have it all, when we feel like we need to have more tangible, because pentacles are tangible things. We feel like we need to have more tangible things in life to get to our victory. And the Six of Wands is saying you've already won. So why are you leaving yourself out? The Five of Pentacles could be you leaving yourself out in the cold. Could be one of those three scenarios, however that resonates in your life. I feel like the last one is probably going to resonate more with everybody, more than the first one. So this Four of Wands, yeah, see how it's such an illusion? The Five of Pentacles is such an illusion because your happiness is wrapped up in your future, in your long-term future. And it really looks like as long as you keep going on your path and as long as you keep doing it in a very methodical way, like what the Knight of Pentacles wants you to do, keep doing it in a methodical way. The Five of Pentacles isn't going to help you manifest the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Pentacles or the Four of Wands. This future that you have envisioned with the connection from the past, whether it's a person from the past or whether it just feels like it's a past life connection, whatever it means to you, it involves marriage. It involves your happily ever after. It involves, and if you're already with the person or married to the person, things are much better than this Five of Pentacles is probably revealing. Now, if this is just a bump in the road in March, you have to understand that this is just a speed bump. It's not, it's a pothole. It's temporary. It's not going to be there forever. And I think that's why the Six of Wands is here saying you've already actually won. You've already manifested a beautiful future. So let's see, Leo, what it is that you might be blocking. Ooh, okay. There is a blockage with an air sign. So if it's this air sign up here or this air sign down here, there's an air sign that is either blocking you from moving forward or you're blocking them. This could be from your past. This could be from your present. This seems very similar to another reading, another sign I did. Scorpio, was it Scorpio or Sagittarius? I don't remember. It was one of those, I think. Maybe it was Virgo. I'm sorry. I don't remember. But it's very similar. There was an air sign that somebody else was blocking. And it's either, there's like, it's stalling you. Something is stalling you with the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Three of Pentacles. There's the last Knight of the deck. Knight of Wands, Temperance, King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. And there you are, moving along. Chariot and the King of Wands. Okay, so the blockage in your life is an air sign. Could be a Gemini. Gemini is the only sign I have out here, but it could also be a Libra or an Aquarius. So don't get stuck on the sign, the fact that those two aren't out here major arcana wise. But whatever this blockage, this air sign blockage, and really it doesn't have to be an air sign either. It could just be somebody who is extremely stubborn, extremely logical, like somebody that either cut you out of their life. There's something that's blocking you from moving forward. It's got you stuck. And there's like this reunion that wants to happen, or this union that wants to happen. The Three of Cups for me is not about third-party situations. Very well could be. If that resonates with you, then that's what's keeping you stuck. A third-party situation is keeping you stuck. It's possible. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, I don't really like to talk about that because honestly, for me, the Three of Cups is more about coming into union. It's you, it's your counterpart. When you come together, you make a third energy, which is Source, Three Cups, right? So with the Hanged Man, the Lover's card, and the Three of Cups, something is stopping you from coming into union with somebody or being in celebration with somebody who you have a very strong connection with. I feel like their patience, if it's an earth sign, is wearing thin or will be wearing thin because they want to come in and be part of the balance in your life, be part of the healing in your life. So we have the Knight of Wands and Temperance. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius energy, or there's an earth sign energy here. But this earth sign energy is really wrapped up in their head right now. I'm not surprised by that because Mercury retrograde can do that to an earth sign pretty nasty. If it's this person is being really patient. Like part of them really wants to rush in and the other part of them doesn't. They're doing kind of this because it's almost like a fear that they don't want to, that's the feeling that I'm getting. It's almost like a fear that they don't want to step on any toes. They don't want to say anything wrong. They've kind of got themselves wrapped up in their heads in some way, shape, or form. Meanwhile, here you are heading towards your purpose. The Chariot is all about divine timing. It's about knowing the direction that you want to go in and heading that way. Here's the thing though. Do you really know, Four of Cups and the Moon, what direction you really want to go in? Because I think towards the end of March, Strength card, Wheel of Fortune, I think towards the end of March, it's going to be much easier to make a decision because the Wheel of Fortune is all about divine timing as well. I think the wheel starts moving a bit faster for you towards the end of March, and which makes a lot of sense because Mercury will go direct and everything just kind of slows down with Mercury retrograde. I mean, I have so much Mercury in my chart that I can't even wear a watch because the time actually stops. That's not even like halfway of a joke. That is a full 100% truth that I can't wear a watch. I used to wear watches all the time when I was younger, but they didn't work ever. They would always stay on my wrist for like maybe 3 or 4 months and then they would die and I would change the battery and it didn't matter. They would just stop working. So I feel like when time speeds back up for you, which is what the Wheel of Fortune is making me feel like, especially with the Strength card, you're going to feel like yourself again. Even if you don't know where you're headed, you gotta trust. The Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, especially with the Four of Cups and the Moon, you gotta trust where you're going even in the dark. And I think the Libra full moon at the end of the month is really gonna help that push forward. But you're gonna have to allow it also. It's not something, if you try and logically think your way through it right now, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. And you guys have really big hearts and you're really good at feeling through things. So allow yourself to do that. Don't beat yourself up for being a little extra emotional, being a little extra tired. If you need to rest, your fire's just not in it right now, which is okay. Everybody's like, oh, I really want to have my fire in it. I really want to get going. I really want to get things accomplished. The problem with that is if you try and get things, like you can certainly get things accomplished or try to, but if you try to and it doesn't work out, then you're just going to beat yourself up even more with the energy that's going on. Truth. Just giving you the truth. Like such a positive reading. You are manifesting some really big things for your future. Some really, really big things. You just have to allow yourself to flow with the energy and not get wrapped up in the past, not get wrapped up in the things that haven't worked out for you. If you are dealing with an earth sign that is having issues with being patient, it needs to kind of go both ways because if they're being really, really super slow right now, which I kind of have a feeling they probably are being really super slow right now, or they're being a little bit aloof, like they're there, but they're not all the way there. If there's just a little something off with this earth sign, just be patient with them. This too shall pass, as they say, whoever they are. And again, the earth sign wrapped up in whatever lack mentality that's going on, even though that lack mentality is an illusion, whether this is you trying to manage your coins and you think that by you managing these coins, everything's gonna fall apart or it's not working or something like that, you've already won. It's not what it seems right now. It just isn't, Leo. It just isn't what it seems. So allow yourself by the end of March, when we get into Aries season, and I've told everybody this, it's going to get so much easier as the new zodiac year rolls around, Aries season. Yes, I will have all the readings out on time for Aries season. I promise. I know everybody's like, where have you been? I've had a lot of really big things happen in the last month. Good things, like amazing things. But I needed to take a little bit of time off. I needed to take a vacation because I didn't want to get sick again. Everything was happening so fast. My immune system was about ready to shut down again, and I felt it happening. So I appreciate you guys being very patient. I'm actually very surprised that I didn't hear from one Leo asking where your reading was. So, and yes, I will be doing the 2019 readings as well. If you guys would like to get a personal reading from me, check out my website, fearlessintuition.net. Information is below. I'm also doing all of the extendeds for the soulmate readings. I'll be doing that this week. You'll be able to find that on Patreon or Vimeo. And, oh, I'm doing alignment coaching, one-on-one alignment coaching, which is very different than readings. We talk about what it takes to master yourself, come into alignment. When you're in alignment, you can manifest your future in a much easier way. Doesn't mean everything is perfect, but the way that you learn how to manifest really amazing good things coming into your life is by being in alignment. So I have new one-on-one coaching for that. There is a reading that is included with that alignment coaching session. All of that information and the alignment coaching sessions are on sale right now, as well as the 30-minute reading is $60. So check all that out. Love you guys so, so much. I will see you for April 2019 readings. Bye.